Hello and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Here, we will discuss XRP. I will be discussing financial institutions extensively as well. According to Treasury Secretary Yellen, the United States would do everything it takes to maintain its global preeminence. This is the same woman who is unconcerned about further increasing the national debt by trillions of dollars. Furthermore, the thing that really irritates me about what she did was that she encouraged people to keep their money in the banks even while they were failing. How could she possibly say that? That's because she's in the banking industry, of course. This policy-making body has a preposterous conflict of interest. Speaking engagements have netted Janet Yellen at least $7 million. Where did all of that cash come from anyway? USB, Goldman Sachs, Barclays, and Citadel. Infinite examples may be given. Don't leave the US Treasury and join the banking industry. If you want to work for the US government, work for the US government. It seems to me that she didn't give a damn about directing people back to the bank, and if it failed, then what? So what if all their money burns to the ground? A growing number of citizens have come to the conclusion that everyone in power is out to get them. Also, you can see it at the bank right now. The slow-motion bank run persists. The financial system is still vulnerable after a series of bank failures, as deposits at US banks dropped by $76.2 billion last week, even before tax payments were made. Although the decline was more pronounced at major and international institutions, it was also seen at smaller banks. People are starting to take their money out of the bank because they have finally begun to wake up. Furthermore, inflation is rampant. There is a desire to counteract it. Where do you even begin? Instead of leaving your money in a bank account where it will never grow, invest it in something promising greater returns, such as cryptocurrency. Some folks are buying gold and silver because they don't believe the story being told. There is a gap of $7 trillion in uninsured bank deposits in the United States. Many consumers with large bank balances learned a hard lesson from the failure of SVB. Your funds are only protected up to $250,000. Most high balance account holders undoubtedly reasoned, the bank is safe, it will never collapse. And if it happens, my financial security is insured. Then they learn that their level of protection is inadequate. The banks were also discovered to be less secure than previously believed. That may be one explanation for the consistent outflow of cash from financial institutions. Finally, this. Whatever your savings rate, you should pay attention to this. The information must be readily available whenever it is required. But I doubt you'll convince anyone who doesn't have a professional interest. That is something I agree with totally. If you release this, I nearly guarantee you have people freaking out. What the heck are they trying to tell me? Should I be worried about the bank I'm with? Believe my insurance provider is keeping my money in the dark. They have already decided that they will pay my claim. Right? Taking a population that has more faith and confidence in the financial system than maybe people in this room do, and telling them that we want them to have faith and confidence in the banking system, might have some unforeseen repercussions. Did you overhear the person chuckling when they were talking about trust in the bank? You shouldn't put your money in the bank if they don't believe in it. And these are the same folks that, as far as the public is concerned, try to keep everything a secret. Most people can predict the impending collapse of a bank once it has already begun to fail, but they rarely sound the alarm. They just watched it all disintegrate. Finally, this. Inquiring minds want to know, are there some TLAC-related market research to see if your message is getting through? For this reason, TLAC must. The rate of growth or decline should be adjusted in response to news about the institutions. It's crucial, in fact. There's some internal tension there, no doubt. You don't want a tremendous rush on the institution, but you also want people to know they can mail them in. However, when such events do occur, they may serve as an early warning signal to the FDIC and other major regulators. Moreover, additional crises could emerge. You can tell if people understand how the who's going to be protected, who's not going to be protected works, which is similar to what Jay was saying in the market. I think it would be a fascinating case study to observe how market prices change under such conditions. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation FDIC now brings up bail-ins. That's bound to take place sooner or later. As a result, I've been making an effort to alert as many people as I can before it's too late, as it won't be possible to stop the financial system from imploding once the banks begin failing. Someday you'll probably go to the bank, and like in some other countries, you might find the door closed. Money in the banks is risky. It's funny how quickly the memory of the recent bank catastrophe fades. Other banks are struggling, but confidence is slowly returning. People start to believe false narratives such as the banks that happen because of crypto or the failure of these banks is happening in the background and no one is warning you. Finally, this. Since XRP does what it's supposed to, the SEC and everyone else are trying to keep it under wraps. The only cryptocurrency practical for everyday use is XRP because of its combination of ease of use, speed, and intelligence. The big banks are maintaining their dominance by pumping up Ethereum and Bitcoin. Bitcoin maximalists will always look for a method to incorporate Bitcoin into each situation they encounter, therefore Ethereum and Bitcoin were never an option. Initially, proponents of the concept said it would play a vital role in the emerging financial system. It won't even be considered for inclusion. However, XRP will, and I believe the true story is that they merely wanted to buy more time to figure out how to deal with it. However, there is no way out. HODL is patented by Ripple. Remember that always. Was JP Morgan involved in the lawsuit against XRP? Now we can all see the truth. However, I believe J.P. Morgan's issue is that it needs a solution that permits it to keep producing money. Ripple reduces the need for several banking services and their associated costs. And when those charges are eliminated, the bank's bottom line takes a hit. Because of this, XRP and Ripple pose a serious challenge to JP Morgan. Okay, coins. Do Ripple HODL, PHFX is compatible with the likes of Bank of America, Citibank, J.P. Morgan, and 75 others. These banks are now frequently utilizing RippleNet and XRP for on-demand liquidity, if not directly then through partnerships. J.P. Morgan, on the other hand, is a big fan of the technology and probably wishes he had invented it himself. He hopes to put it to good use while still making a profit. Meanwhile, the SEC is basically dragging their feet on everything else. But you never know when that judge will rule in favor of Ripple, and if he or she does, everything will change because XRP will finally have regulatory clarity. It would be practical for daily use in every single bank. As XRP investors, that's what we're hoping for. Another option is SWIFT. The time of SWIFT is over. Future largest digital asset for payments is XRP on RippleNet. The day-to-day execution we're providing amounts to a takeover. SWIFT, that's what Brad Garlinghouse said, and SWIFT agrees that she has to be heard. But I've long predicted that Ripple will eventually replace SWIFT as the industry standard, and that this trend would accelerate year after year. And I believe that it is noticed by others as well. CBDC panel teased by MasterCard CEO. In 5 years, SWIFT might not even exist, and I believe that many have come to see that Ripple is the superior technology. In my opinion, Ripple and SWIFT will eventually complement one another. They have no intention of letting SWIFT vanish without a fight. You can't compete with instantaneous liquidity, thus if they don't use Ripple or XRP, SWIFT will disappear. We are now in the midst of the biggest bull run in the history of cryptocurrency. These days, everyone agrees on exactly the same point. Always, this is it, they declare. The time is now. The day will come, but I don't think it has arrived just yet. There needs to be a major catalyst in order to start the next run, I believe. A mystery indeed. A victory over the SEC could be just the spark the Ripples need to get back on track. Once Ripple gains traction, it will likely bury other cryptocurrencies that are focused on usefulness. It will eventually take Bitcoin down with it. But on top of that, you should always remember to take a glance at what Ripple is up to in the real world right now. It's throwing wide the doors to those passageways. The circulation of XRP will become everyday at some point. When you're dealing with trillions upon trillions of dollars, I don't think it's going to matter what the market cap is. Anyone who still believes in price cycles and market capitalization is deceiving themselves. Even now, I believe XRP will quickly hit the 6-figure, even 10-figure range. How long you are able to maintain that position is all that matters. No one should ever sell their XRP, in my opinion. There are constantly new possibilities appearing. The first ones allowing you to borrow against your cryptocurrency or generate passive income from are appearing today. This would allow you to keep holding XRP until its price reaches the sky-high levels that everyone expects. Maybe you heard the tank story and decided to buy XRP. Maybe you heard the 5, 8, 9 story and decided to buy XRP. If you bought XRP because someone told you there might be a repurchase in the future, or for any other reason, you should probably keep it because the future of the currency is highly uncertain. One thing I am certain of, though, you can't make a lot of money by selling at a rock-bottom price. The cost must be prohibitive. So, this concludes our video for today. I appreciate everyone who has tuned in. Thanks to everyone who has seen my videos. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.